Representative government requires a society separate from the government, big enough to control that great power. So we said in the Declaration of Independence that the king was suspending the legislature and wouldn't let them elect another one, right? Elect another one. The representatives of the people are not meeting. You see, consent gives rise to representation. Now, why would that make for a control on the government?
Because the government doesn't receive its legitimacy without the consent of the governed?
Yeah, and it isn't even abstract, right? Government is a monopoly, you know. It's if it's true, as we said before, that politics is natural to the human being, that they always live under laws, that it arises from their gift of speech, which is the classical argument and also the founders' argument about government, then there's always going to be government, right? And you're going to be in the government, and it's going to have a monopoly on force. And on the other hand, it can't really do anything unless you say it can. And that's not the king's idea. The king's idea is you're going to have kings. It's in the order of nature. I was born to this. I'm going to be the darn king. And you're going to be the people. And I'm supposed to take care of you, and you're supposed to do what I say. And that's not grounded in the consent of either one of us. We have this station, we're stuck with it. Once you change that and you say, the government can really only do what you say it can do, that limits it drastically. And how is the government established? What's the first step in the establishment of the American government?
Breaking away from the government we were under.
Happened in the, yeah, okay, that was good. Happened in the, we have a code. it happened in the what? In the
Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, we all got that one right. So, so we get the government, right? Now we've given consent. Is that enough? What else do we need?
Constitution. Structure.
Yeah.
Wait, because we have to keep giving it, right? You have to give consent to form the government. But then after that, do you need more? Do you need to be saying okay on an ongoing basis? Because if you do, you're going to need a constitution. What was Hitler's constitution like?
Kind of like believe what I say or die.
Yeah, he actually, I don't expect you kids to read my books, so I can quote them. Hitler came to power in 1933, and Hitler wouldn't take the job unless Hindenburg and the leaders of the main political parties would promise to support an enabling act, he called it, that would liberate the government to do whatever it wanted to do. So Hitler's constitution is Hitler's will. And that'll work if one person gets to make all the decisions. But if a lot of people are going to make the decision, you're going to have some form by which they can indicate authoritatively what they agree to. So if you're going to involve a lot of people in the government, you're going to have a constitution. You're going to have, and you see why the Constitution has to be different from the things that is actually in the law? Because it prescribes the process by which the ordinary laws would be made. It can't be the same as they, right? So, and that is, by the way, implied right through the middle of the Declaration of Independence when they talk about the king messing with the government all the time in the way that he was doing. You see? So, consent requires representation. And representation requires a written way for that to happen. If you have a constitution, you can spread the decisions out over time. By having representation, we've already said, you spread the decisions out over space, right? You can have a bigger country, and everybody can have a say in it, because they don't have to go there all the time. They can all have the same say in it. But also, over time, government is by nature very powerful. It has a monopoly on power. It has to be like that. Representative government requires a society separate from the government, big enough to control that great power.
Thank you for watching. We hope you're enjoying our highlight series and invite you to explore all of Hillsdale College's online courses. They are free and for everyone who loves to learn.